Hello and welcome back to Slime Rancher 2, where last time we finally got inside of the labyrinth over here, which is very interesting. Having been inside, it takes us to, the Grey Labyrinth, which looks to be a much larger area than I had anticipated. So I'm very curious as to what this all kind of leads into. So yeah, I'm planning to explore this today. I do think we need to make more of little light redirecting things. Which means my first thing I'm going to do before we go into explore is I am going to make probably another 4 of these. So we need sand, lava dust, hunter plorts, and boom plorts. Should be fine in order to do the hunter and boom plorts. I think boom plorts should be through here. I understand I should probably be feeding my slimes. I think I've got enough money. So I'll give them food. But, only if they really run out, is the thing. Because, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to try and get sorted. And I think trying to do all the exploration alongside managing the ranch is going to take me a while. I don't know how feasible that is. I'm gonna grab the OK plorts. These are typically worth having. We will free this hen into there. Do need to get more of these guys made, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We need... there's another 15, but I'll grab 25. Might as well. If I take more than I need, then I don't see how it's going to do anything bad, right? Just means later on, if I need any, I'll already have some. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Fire over to here, we are now looking for hunter plorts. I think this is one set of hunter plorts. We should have more elsewhere, but this should be enough. Yeah, if it just shove all of these inside. Yeah, we now have more than enough hunter and boom plorts. All we need is the silky sand and lava dust, which shouldn't be too hard. I think we should be able to get those with, like, not too much difficulty. Like, maybe a little bit of difficulty, but not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, we've got plenty of money, because I've now just got plorts constantly being sold. Is it the best way to do it? Probably not. Probably not. But, I don't need to be hugely efficient with the money, do I? Like, yeah, I could optimize it for more. I've got enough. I will continue to get more. So I don't think I really need to optimize anything. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I need any more radiant ore, like, at all. So we do probably have quite a lot of that stored nowadays. What's concerning me slightly is the lack of lava dust I'm seeing around. Did I grab it all last time? Maybe? I would have thought there'd be more around. Like, normally there's at least a little bit around the place. Like, there's some oil there. I guess I'll grab the oil. Don't entirely need it. But lava dust is only from this area. There's some. Okay. It's not entirely gone. That's good. That's only 2. I mean, it would help. I don't think it's enough for my goals, is all. More lava dust down there, more over there. Okay. Okay, it's working out. We are, in fact, getting more. There we go. We're up to 5. We should get at least 2 from this. Got 4. That's very good. Another one up there. Yeah, I think this should be enough labyrinths. Hopefully. It's got enough for another 3 now that we can make. Got it's oil. I was hoping it might be sand, but I will take oil. It is useful. Don't know if there'd be any more dust in the caves. I'll very quickly check. I am doubtful. I don't think there's often dust in here, is there? I think I've seen diamonds before, which I am looking for diamonds if I see them. I'm not seeing any dust. No, not all the way down there either, I don't think. Although, never mind, I spotted a little bit. Hell yeah, this is worth checking then. Another 3 is, I mean, not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Jumping up here. There's a diamond. I thought I heard something shiny nearby. There we go. That was probably worth it all on its own, for jumping up to the sledge. But I think this is maybe going to lead me out to the area with your silky sand. Yeah, there's some right down here. Good stuff. Don't want to grab any slimes, just leave them be. Apparently grabbed a chick. You can be released. There we go. Plenty of silky sand. This one's a lot easier to get a hold of apparently today. Got more over there. I'm hearing the sound of there being 4. I think it might have been you. Hey, Seeker! What is my stance on immigration? I mean, that's quite a loaded question for on stream. You sure you want an answer? I mean, it's probably going to be a fine enough answer, but I tend not to want to do political stuff on stream for the most part. Also, it depends on what part of immigration you're talking about, because that's a very wide topic, especially in current climate. I should be able to find some more sand somewhere. Can I find any? I'm more than happy to give my stats. Hey, immigrants, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I say? No, if you want an actual answer, basically I think immigration itself is fine enough. I think it's good that people try to get away. I think that rather than like cracking down on illegal immigration, we should make legal immigration easier. And that would just be probably the better solution, right? Because a lot of people, they get upset over, oh, all these people, they're here illegally, they don't have proper documentation and whatnot. Like, yeah, just make proper documentation and such easier to get. Like that's a good way to crack down on it. I think that is what happened in America before Trump got in for this term. I think Joe Biden is what we're trying to do that in America, which I think is a lot better idea than the whole ICE situation, but I'm not going to go too far into all of that. That's all a bit of a mess over there. But no, I think if proper immigration was made easier, do it like legally and everything and have all your documents, that would be good. There is of course the case of, yeah, like that isn't ideal. There's definitely not the infrastructure in place for people to be able to take immigrants literally wherever. However, that doesn't mean we should be leaving these people to their countries to just die in war zones, essentially. Because that's not the way to go about it. I think without going in too in depth though, that should cover most of my opinions. I'm happy to have a discussion about it, if you want to anyway. But yeah, I'm not gonna go too in depth, just ranting on my own. Fabricate 4 of these. There we go. Unpin that, and then we're ready to go back in. You know, Slime Ranching's going well, Secker. Slime Ranching is going well. It's been a little while since you last came along. But since you did, we have, like, shifted things about. So we now have these lot about the place. Like, look at these, like, invisible bat guys. We've got a drone. We've not got multiple drones. I might actually have capability to make another drone. I don't actually know. Let me check. Blueprint, utility, drone. I need more lava dust. Never mind. But yeah, no. We've made quite a bit of progress. And we've also gotten into an area called the Grey Labyrinth. For now, though, let's have a chat with these guys. I'll have a quick drink first. Oh, hello. Must tell you, I saw this item and it just screamed Beatrix. That's how I realised I accidentally hit it with sentence tree. But don't worry, everything is fine and very normal. Anyway, I thought you should have it. Enjoy. I got some scarf streamers. I don't know what the end of the game is. I'm getting towards it in the new area. I'm not sure where the end happens. I think this is just a GIF. Yeah. If it's not a gift, I'll read it. This is, again, just a gift. There we go. Chickens is good. Giving to friends, better. No, chickens. Good to know, Bob. What was that other one I got? I got something fancy there. I'll look at the notifications. It wasn't the pink coral. I think it was the next one. An advanced Gordo snare. I don't know if I need that. That doesn't seem the most necessary. Also, you guys aren't eating particularly well, are you? Come on, guys. Got plenty of food. Just eat more. Give me more clothes. How you been, No Secker? Since it has been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Hope it's just a case of you being busy and not like you being ill or something terrible happening. Like, I won't pry if you don't want to share, but I do hope you're doing alright. Anyway, if I'm going through to this next area, I don't think I had any statues to worry about, did I? The one in the middle wanted, was it a slumber flirt? I think that's all I remember from last time. So let's jump into here. Oh, so taking care of your cat, she's finally better? I'm glad to hear she's doing better. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's never fun having like sick animals or anything. Because the thing is, they'll be sick and they don't recognise you want to help. So they'll just be very annoyed at you a lot of the time as well. And if they don't have the energy to be annoyed, then you know something's very wrong. So yeah, it's just not fun. Not fun all around. I'm glad she's doing better. And we've got a lot of shadowy slimes. Surprised you're here, Mr. Crystal Rock Largo. Yeah, these crystal ones are weird. Like, what you do is you shoot stuff at them. Like, I could shoot a chicken, and they make plots just because I shot something at them. See? It's bizarre. They don't eat stuff, you just whack them. And it does the job. I wonder, could I like shoot them? No, that doesn't do the job. That just pushes them away. Fair enough. You can get unstable fruit as such. You get unstable florts. Then shoot those through there. Makes me regular florts. Hell yeah. I think that should be enough of that for now. This area is definitely very unstable. I can't see any of the stuff I'd need to shoot things through. Can I shoot it through there? No, I can shoot it through this. There we go. I don't know what these Prismaplorts are used for. They're used for something. I'm assuming it'll be something useful later on. Also, up that bit, something I want to plug something into eventually. What do I want to plug in? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find out. Keep grabbing the unstable plorts. Shoot them all into there. Lots of Prismaplorts. Hell yeah. Still don't know what these are used for. But something, presumably. I wonder if you could feed these to a slime. Could be interesting. Or try. She had to stay with cone color on 24/7. Oh. Yeah, no, she wouldn't be happy with that, I wouldn't have thought. Normal conditions, heals in a week such as old took 2 months. Oh god. Yeah, I'm glad she recovered though. Especially with old cats, that's always a bit of a scare, isn't it? Ah, sounds like you did an amazing job looking after her. Like, good on you. From here, what do I do? Immediately I'm thinking I just continue on upwards. I think I want to make my way to this area. And then hopefully from there go up. Still need to figure out how I use this. Shadow plort. That's done something. The shadow plort definitely did something. Huh. I hadn't expected that. Okay, collect a whole bunch of shadow plorts. Sure. I can do that. I just need to collect a whole bunch of crap to throw at slimes. Is that the cat all better now then, or is that just recovered to the point where the cone can come off? Because hopefully she's all better. But I wouldn't know quite how the healing process goes. I managed to get some good sleep this weekend. Had to wake up earlier with medicine. Oh god, yeah, no. That's good you finally managed to actually get some proper sleep. That must have been tough. Like, I definitely sympathise with you there, because you can't exactly just not look after them, you know? But it's a lot of work. It really is. Still don't know what this is about. I did plug something into there, and... Wait, no, it was to do with the door over here, wasn't it? Yes, I had to get the other plort anyway. That's fine. Okay, with that being said, I'm seeing more shadowy slimes. Try and just shoot them. Okay, got one of them. The other one kind of... yeah, disappeared, I think. They've all gone. Physical wound on her eyes healed, mood's more... just scarring. Much less than she did before. Okay, yeah, that's good she's doing better. That's good she's doing better. There's more shadow slimes up there. Can I get to them? Go away, you. And I think I can get up here. Oh, they've all left. Okay. Goodbye. I guess I'm not gonna get any plorts from those guys. They would rather jump off a cliff. Yeah, have it down to 3 times a day rather than every hour. That is so much better for you. And for her. Like, that's just... I'm glad she's doing better. I am. It's always nice hearing that, like, pets are doing... like, not the worst. Because sometimes pets get themselves into some pretty bad situations. Am I just like a terrible aim, or these guys just especially hard to hit sometimes? I don't know. Could be a bit of both. And that one disappeared. I've lost one of my pieces of whatever this is I'm firing. And... hello. There's a lot of you right here. Managed to aim that up pretty well, got some more plorts. Got some from that guy. Make sure I get my stuff back. Collect more if I'm given a chance. But I'm not really going to be looking for it. Get enough time to stream again next weekend? Hell yeah! I'll try drop by in that case. I'll try and drop by. Do you know what game you'd be streaming? My weekends tend to be more open, so I should hopefully be able to appear and say hello. This probably isn't going to drop anything for me immediately, so I'm just going to leave it be. I'm still looking for shadowy slimes. They will exist somewhere. Tend to exist in various places. I've also got a candied hen. I did take one of them back with me, I believe, last time, so don't need to grab any more. Continuing on my way around, I'm not seeing much. Okay, what I would like is... I don't actually remember where exactly, but there was, I think, through here, something? Hope I'm remembering right. Or is this back the way I came? This is back the way I came, so that's not the right way. Is it through it on that side? Did I have to get higher up first? No, I just need to get over there. Those hanging lights, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, I can climb up to this without having to do anything more. Yeah, just need to clamber on up here. Just be mildly careful. Make my way up to this. And then make my way over here, I think, is what I want. Am I going to be able to get those shadow slimes? Possibly a couple of them. There we go. That's honestly been rather successful in this one attempt of trying to get them. So let the chickens get back out. And yeah, we'd like to place these. We want one to boost the signal. Then to get it into there. Again, I would like to boost the signal. Get it to here. Get it down this way if I can. Was that it? What have I done? I don't know, why is this one blue? You're not meant to be blue, are you? There we go, that's actually worked this time. Quickly put all of these away. I think 8 has to be enough for all of these puzzles, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be enough. And from up here... Oh, there's something down there. You did that area, right? I've got a lot of valuable stuff on me. So I'm not going to really try to get over there yet. However, I'm definitely tempted to. I'd quite like to at least try. I'll need to come back for it. I don't think I'm on a suicide mission just yet. But I could be short-lived. Aw, the wind blew my stuff off the edge. That's a shame. That way. We've still found my way to new stuff. Where... Yeah, this is seeming a lot more fractured than the last part. It's a lot more hostile as well. All of those guys have left. I think it's because it's currently windy in this area. Kind of appearing and then getting blown away. Slumber Slime. What are you? You like candied hens. I do need one of these guys. I don't know which slimes to ranch. Oh, that's simple. You just ranch all of them. And there you go. That's it. Problem is quite easily solved when you just ranch all of the slimes. Get some dream bubbles. Likely not something that actually exists in real life, but they do exist in this. Can I shoot this at them? I can, but it doesn't do anything. Oh, we do need one of your plorts. I will be grabbing this. There we go. You can now start breeding them on the ranch. Can probably make a quantum slumber. That sounds doable. What also sounds doable though is I could do a rabbit one. Quite likely look very cute. It's a tough choice. It's a tough choice. From here though, how do I get higher up? So I don't think I can sit on the edge of this, can I? Not quite. I guess I need to go for that ledge there. Would make sense, unless... Did I miss something around here? Doesn't look like it. Secker, I can't remember if it was here last time you were here, because it's a fairly new thing I've added. There's a new point redemption thing. I've made a little PNG tuber. If you want me to use it, it's a point redemption reward thing. It's not anything fancy, but I've got one. Thought I'd give it a go, because it was honestly not that hard to make. I'm not lying, Phosphor Slumber does look quite cute. I like these Slumber guys. Okay, I've got more shadowy dudes. Just go bowling with them. I'm just using a resource I don't mind if I lose in order to try and catch them. We might be able to find a Slumber cotton. So it seems both exist in the area. Slumber Quantum? What's that? Okay, you look quite cool as well, but I'm not fully convinced by it. Got more candied hens. We do have one of those things up there. Alright. Can I get up top? Yes, only just, but I can. So this... You give it shadow points. I need slightly more. But that now says it's almost nighttime. Is that a good thing? Is that what I meant to be doing? Looks like you might need 30 shadow plorts per thing. I mean, I'll come back for it, given a chance. I can't help but notice it kind of goes up to there and then stops for this area. So I might need to just retrace my steps. I think retracing your steps tends not to give you stuff. Do you have unstable meat? Give you to them. Let's get some unstable plorts. And transform this quite happily. Get some more unstable stuff. You eat any more? Yeah, you will. You will eat a little more for me. Can I find another ripple to shoot these through? Yes, there's one there. Good stuff. We're up to now 16 of these prismaports, which I'm still not entirely convinced I know what they do. One day though, I will find out. One day. Yeah, if I need shadow plorts for a thing up there. Just gonna quickly check if it's like you charge up and there's a maybe timer of some type. Or this looks like it's kept to progress from when I added things. Looks like it kept to progress. So I do just need to find some more shadow slimes. I'm gonna quickly go back then. See if I can trigger any to spawn. Looks like there's a door I haven't opened over here. There's potentially stuff up those steps. But mostly that door, I don't know how you'd open. Got a rather distraught looking slime. I'm not seeing much else, so it kind of leads up to there and that's it. Can I activate this? There we go. There's a button for that door. Hadn't for some reason clicked that that was a button. Makes sense, I guess. I'm tempted to grab those tin petals, but I don't really have the space. You know what? Refinery one. Come back in a minute, that'll be set up. I can put a lot of my resources away. Is this a hedge maze? It is. One where I can't quite get on top of the walls. However, if I climb onto this rock... Now can I? Yes. I have beaten the hedge maze. There are benches, slumber slimes, one of those things to clean all of my unstable plorts in one go. Aside from that, not much else. Did I miss anything out here before I go any further? Possibly up here? There's definitely a way through the hedge maze. Also, I very much need your guys' plorts. don't particularly care if I lose my stuff. Just try and be somewhat aggressive about it. It's fine. We apparently had walls anyway. This is a fancy pot which creates more shadowy slimes. So that's good. Let's keep grabbing their stuff. Think they're about to disappear, yeah. That went well. I'll also say, there's no particular reason I'm using the Indigonium. I think I'll put that away because I've got less and I'll just start using these drift crystals. Prismaplorts I want to be stored. Same with these dream bubbles. You guys have snuck up on me, haven't you? Get rid of them. There we go. Pick this back up and a little Slimber slime in the water, yeah. That's cute. Their little frothy cloud disappears once they fall into the water. That's a nice little detail. I do like that. Also up there, noticing a bit of colour. Is that just for the chicken nest? I think so. Didn't look to be anything else in the area. But yeah, if I fill this with the rest of the shadow plorts, what's it going to do for me? Does it make it nighttime? Because that would be my immediate assumption. And I don't think that's really something all that beneficial to me. So I'm really not sure if that's what it does. That's it. I've done something. It's opened up. It's a gold twisted tree. Is that just a decoration? Okay. So those are like chests or something of that nature. I fill it, it gives me a reward. With some of them being on doors, some of them just being hidden. So ones on doors I would care a lot more about. That's good to know. That is good to know. Can I pass through? I can. Okay, good. That's fine in that case. Make my way around. Just to find my way through. A little bit easier said than done. But it's not the biggest of mazes, so we should be fine. I had one exit here and one on the western side, I think. Ah, yeah. So this one is a door that wants them. Seems to want less. But I can come back for that. Just be ready for if I see any slimes. There's another one here. That one would just be a chest, I think. We do get a map. Maps out this whole area. Which sadly does look to kind of be a dead end. It means I do need to go back, put in the Slumber plort. Shouldn't be anything too bad. I can go and do that. And also a dash pad. And oh, I'm seeing those guys. Not got quite the distance I wanted. Got one of you. And then you've ran off. Damn. I was hoping I'd get more out of that. But I won't say no. One plort helps. I think I need another 2, potentially. Might be more. But 2 is probably a safe enough bet. Just making sure I've explored this. I did look at it from above. I just hadn't explored. Yeah, didn't have anything for me. That's a shame. You know, I'm gonna fly out of here. Find something suitable to climb on. Say this pot will about do. I then get up into the tree branches or anything. No, but I can get onto those lights. Hadn't anticipated that. But if it works, that's all pretty good for me. Next, now we can quite happily get up to here. I can get on top of the tree, and we can make our way out. Still looking for more shadowy slimes. Also, just let me get a look at you. Yeah, that is pretty cute. I might make them. I'm tempted. But yeah, if I go back, put the slumber port in, I think that should be good enough. Just be careful on my way, because I don't entirely know if there's anything up above that I would want to search for. I do want to try and keep my height advantage. Yes, I can see something around there. Ah, Shy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing good. How goes your... It wasn't Clear Obscure, you played that. So there's a Souls-like you're wondering if you should buy... Was it Elden Ring? No, you didn't buy Elden Ring, it was... Lies of P, that was it. I remember the game. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying the game. I should be able to make my way up here without much issue. There we go. Still keeping an eye out for any shadow slimes, because these shadow plorts are apparently quite valuable. Like, not in terms of like selling valuable, although that might also be the case. They're valuable in that... I don't know, I got you right here. Hello. They're valuable because I get fancy stuff unlocked. Whether it's like access to new areas or something of other natures. I have a terrible aim. Okay, we got 2 plorts. That's all I particularly wanted this. We got 4. I'm happy enough with that. I think there's another 1. That's 5. I should go back. I should go back. Lies of P is amazing. Well stuck. Souls, nostalgic games. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, old Flash games are fun. There's a lot of good ones out. Now, hopefully you're not stuck for too long in the game. And I'm also hoping it's the case of you're stuck because it's difficult, and not because, like, the game hasn't made it clear where you're meant to go. Because it sucks when you just get stuck due to the game design, rather than anything else. Like, I think the game's pretty well designed. Lies of P French? It might be? I know for certain that Claire Obscure was French, but I didn't really hide the fact, did it? Just keep making my way over this. I'll read in a second just to make sure I don't fall to my death. Top of this, fly on over, and I'm curious what's going to be behind the gate, because it looked like it led into something. Mini boss didn't give you a chance, land the hit. Ah, got you, so it's a skill issue. I understand. But if it's Italian based, that would make sense, because I think... Wasn't Pinocchio's author Italian, I want to say? I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. Of, like, my classic literature, can't say I'm too familiar with Pinocchio. I'm pretty sure Peter Pan was made in Scotland, not far from where I live. No, I say made. It was written. I don't think made's quite the right word, right? And that just tin petals again? It is. Yeah, hello you. Seems you're awfully good at finding secrets. Took me forever to find this spot. Yeah. Secrets seem to be building blocks of this place entirely. There's a lot of hidden stuff. Seems that way. Suspect part of its strange layout is that the labyrinth was built upon over time. Eventually, more creative solutions had to be developed to make it even bigger than it could be. Creative solutions? You know the way the labyrinth appears bigger on the inside than it is outside? I think that was somehow technology adapted from Prismacore itself. Because while this sounds crazy, Prismacore's energy, in its most concentrated form, seems to be able to bend reality itself. I think the labyrinth was eventually expanded to try to contain all of Prismacore's energy, and then, when that wasn't working, some kind of reality-bending technology was used to make it even bigger. Then at some point, everything started failing, and Prismacore's energy is now radiating out across the Rainbow Island. In some ways, my arrival to this place was just in time. In time, and altogether out of it, I suppose. Yeah, speaking of secrets, is there a reason you pretended to be an AI? I'm sorry, but I had to be sure I could trust Victor. I needed to know he could figure out what I couldn't. You see, doors to the labyrinth were locked to you, but not to me. At least, not anymore. When I first encountered the Prismacore, before I got here, when the catastrophe occurred, left me marks in the way. I tried to shield myself from a blast. I survived, but something was different. Part of the energy signature of Prismacore is now part of me. That's why I can't get too close to it, and why I need you to help me. You need to understand, but I just couldn't have it all happen again. If I were to hand over the keys to this place to the wrong person, well, they'll just have to trust me that this is our last chance at this. There's no going back for me. Yeah, to the next secret then. If anyone can find it, it's you, Beatrix. Yeah, Pinocchio is Italian. It's cool to have a confirmation. It is cool. That is a way down. So might as well go down. Or we find aqueducts. Huh. So yeah, this has definitely unlocked a new area for me. Where on earth am I going to end up from all of this? There's a portal? I mean, I'm gonna jump through. I'm assuming this is going to be taking me to the other side by the Rainbow Island. Yes. Okay. So while I have gotten out through here, I can't actually escape, so I need to open it from the other side. Do I care for any of this? Not really. I'm gonna leave all of that be. If there was a diamond, then yeah, I would have probably grabbed it. But nah, as it is, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, having unlocked that door is very interesting. Because that's opened up a... I would say a shortcut, it's more just a connection between both sides of all of this. I definitely want to get more shadow ports. Just continue trying to shoot these guys. There's honestly quite a lot of them about, so I'm just going to be a little careful with my resources. Yeah, we can get some stuff out of them without much problem. But they aren't exactly easy. I'm using some potentially quite valuable resources to shoot at them. There's this, which, while I'd like to open, that is a chest. I don't care so much about that now that I know doors exist. You know? Because, I mean, doors lead to secrets. And I want secrets. Like, decorations are cool, but they're not necessary. Like, it arguably could lead to like components I'd need to get more upgrades. But there's no guarantee that that's the case. Also, that port went the other side of the wall, I think. Ah, they disappeared. Alright. I mean, if this is what I think it is in here, we almost definitely got some stuff we're missing out on. Because we don't have plorts with me to unlock doors. There's almost definitely going to be doors. What about you? Hello again, Beatrix. Do you need something? Okay, so this isn't anything I need. I accidentally asked you about stuff. Yeah, see you inside. So this is your alternate entrance to get inside of it. Knowing that that's the case, I'm going to explore more stuff down here first. This is honestly a good haul of shadow plorts. I'm very happy with that. That's a lot. That was... I didn't count, but that was a lot of shadow plorts. That's going to open up something for me. I've got 30 of them. Is there anything down here? Not immediately. So keep shooting these guys. There we go. This is, yeah, surprisingly a lot of shadow plorts I've got. Why are there so many of them here? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad to have a lot. But 43 is like a rather silly amount. If I make my way down, I do need to be careful. Because I think that water at the very bottom is likely not my friend. Let's just be a little careful of that. Aside from that, there might be something around there. But I'm gonna struggle to get back up. Yeah, no, I don't know how I get up from here. I'm guessing platform to this and then maybe to there. Yeah, I do have the height. Kind of only just, but I do have the height. And while there is a platform, we don't really care about the platform in that pillar? I don't know what you'd call it. Whatever that central thing is. That takes me up. From here... I mean, I could go up there. Takes me back the way I came. I'm curious where all of this is going to lead me to. How much do I need to plug into this to get anything? Was it 42? Okay. Not as many as I thought. And we get wall lighting. Just another decoration, but lighting is an interesting one to get. I think that, honestly, I didn't use as much as I was worried it would. I thought that was like 50 that I used there. So I can definitely hold on to a fair few of these shadow plorts. But if I come across something in a annoying spot, maybe I should just open it. Maybe I should. Maybe I don't just hoard wealth. You know? This is some kind of oceany biome. With a big stack of coral. Various pink slimes, various chickens. A door. A big hole. We don't want to fall down there, although that's almost definitely a platform. A door we would want to open. Presumably that's another shortcut of sorts. And oh, we've got entire aquariums. I mean, it's only the flora inside. There's not any slimes, but still cool. crabbing stuff. Okay, angler and boom. Angler I saw up above. Boom I didn't. I don't think I can get any bloom plorts in necessarily this area. I have seen them in other areas. Also, are you just, yeah, you're just hunter larvas. You're not anything I need to be too worried about. Jumping down, we have more little view holes. There's some kind of gate through there. Don't think I can get in there, seeing as it is full of water, but still cool. Yeah, angler slimes, I can definitely get a plort from one of you. If I see a boom slime, then yeah, I will go back to fill things in. But for now, we're doing fine. Getting some aqua water. We could jump down to there. Not seeing a reason why I would want to. Maybe there's something on the far side? I'm a little hopeful. I don't think there's anything around here. No. This just looks to be essentially food and stuff. But you know, this place is called the Grey Labyrinth for a reason, Shy. It is very, very easy to get turned around. There's also a button inside of this. How do I get in? Is one of these doors or one of these walls not a wall? No. Is there a way in from above? Perhaps. It's just sitting there, haunting me. Damn you, you silly button. I just want to press it. Okay, there's this button. That helped. That's opened the door to get in. I do want to get to those shadow slime. So I'm going to quickly go over here. And I'm going to use the aqua glass. Simply because I have more of this. I think it's going to be easier to use in order to shoot these guys. Let's work it out. We've almost got myself completely full in terms of shadow plorts, so I'm quite happy. That's definitely worked out. I can't climb onto that. I don't know if I can get any higher. I was wondering if I could get up to this. Maybe if I can get up top of there. Also seeing there is... Is that a Batty plort I would need? Yeah, as well as a map data above it. That doesn't help. I found my way inside, but it doesn't do much. I need to come back to the Batty plort. See if I can climb on the coral quickly. And can I get on top of this? Grab the map data. Not really on top, but I did manage to get map data. So I'll take that as a win. Make my way over to here. From here, I can maybe get onto this. There we are. And some more stuff over there. We've got a button we can press. You're saying cheese? I mean, I'm not sure why you're saying cheese. But taking a picture. Hopefully it went well. And we can open that. It's a little tricky, but we can. Plug some shadow plorts into this. This one's a bit more expensive than the last. Hope it's worth it. There you go. I did it unintentionally. Did I? You sure? This game's got a lot of things you'd think are unintentional, but then it kind of hides stuff away from you. Like, I'm not sure how else you were supposed to get up here. Like, definitely I need to find some Bate plorts. I need to find Boom and Angler as well. And I'll come back through this area. But this looks to take me outside. Yeah, okay. So this is now taking me outdoors. I know where this is, and I'm assuming there's a button to open a door just around here somewhere. What exactly have I got? There's not really much hidden away. I was assuming I could get inside of here, which, no, never mind. I can. Not anything for me anyway. That's fine. But if I push this, I now know exactly where I am. Yeah, because it was that big round door I thought was very suspicious before. Which is, I mean, still kind of suspicious, but open. So that's good. I'm wanting to head for this. So that was somewhat to my west. Is it down here? This feels right. Yeah, if I plug in some shadow quartz. Oh, this one's a lot. What's that open up to? I don't know. What I do know, though, is I can quickly send this stuff back. As well as the aqua blocks. Did I need either of those to make the teleporters? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, I need to find hyperports. Magma comb I've had before, so I can find that. A whole bunch of question marks for that one. Pretty sure I didn't need to do the coral roots. I mean, maybe not, but at the same time, if it works, I'm not gonna say no to it, you know? Grab this fruit. Just need to chuck it at these guys. It's gonna fall off the edge, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Bring like a carrot with me to throw at things. In fact, you know what? A whole bunch of carrots and such. These will do. Carrots, we've got some whatever cherries it was. It was Polara cherries. There we go. Got the mouthful. But no, the coral root, I do think you might be slightly right in that maybe I mildly cheated at it. But at the same time, shush, no one needs to know. It's all good, Shy. At the end of the day, I could have come back once, and it did only lead me to an area where I've already been. So, it's all fine. It's all fine, you know? Make my way through and up. Give it a second. I do need to go over to here. You want the cat ears, do you? I'll grab those in just a moment. I'm just gonna get up here first. There we go. Cat ears. There you are. Hopefully it lives up to your expectation. Now I need to get a plort into this statue. What is the best way to do this? Probably just fly over. Here we are. That has opened up the door down below. which I don't entirely know what that means for me. Wait, where does this lead? I didn't think it would lead up. I don't know where this goes. Huh. Oh. And there's one of you. You've got a Gordo who lives on a teleporter, do you? Okay. Keep trying to shoot these guys best I can. I can collect the plorts now that they seem to be done. Grab some extra carrots. Lara cherries, they're not hard to come across. So I'm just going to feed the ones I have to him. I'll need to come back with more. But he's on top of a teleporter, yeah. So coloration, definitely a teleporter. Where would that go? My immediate guess is it would go back to the other map, right? And I'm thinking I've explored most of this. I know where most of the teleporters were, right? Does it lead to somewhere new on this map? Or does it lead to somewhere within this one? Because I've not seen an empty teleporter on this area yet. So I really don't know what to expect. Grab another cherry though. Continue making my way around the back of this. I'm trying to make my way on top. Might as well. Half expecting there to be something up here. There isn't. Ah well. That's fine. Give you another cherry. Now we're going to continue on our way. Where... yeah, this is going to be now unknown stuff beyond here. And oh, that is a big hole. Anything up? Nope. Down we go then. Where there's floating bits of rock. And oh, I can launch myself up. Fair enough. And no, there's not fall damage, thankfully. Hardly believe you made it this far, Beatrix. This labyrinth would swallow up a normal person, but you're different. I was right to put my faith in you. The Prism Core lies ahead. Maybe together, we now stand a chance of stopping this thing and changing the future of a far, far range. Yeah, I'm ready to get back to exploring now. Happy exploring, she says, and ooh. Oh, that's funky looking. It's given me a map by pressing a button. So I want to get over there. But, that's a Prisma Core then. That's big. And there's a teleporting kind of gate. What I want though is to get down to there, is my immediate thoughts. Because I want to explore this. I'll come back and explore the rest of this area. Like 100% we will. I need to get up top of this. Just wait for this to lift me. There we go. Yeah, because now I can place things here. If I place one of you there. Place, I'm gonna say one of them there. Should work. There we go. That is surprisingly not as bad as I thought it would be. But having unlocked that little light beam earlier, I'm curious what this area leads to, because that was 2 puzzles to get to this. Got little terrariums of different, like, sets of trees and flora. Huh. We've got quantum slimes. Recognize you, or twin slimes, sorry. They're different, somehow, I think. Got hunter slimes. We have not much else immediately. We do, however, have a way up. How high up do you want me to go with this? About that high. Okay. Take way over to this one then. That looks like I probably don't need to go to that area. So why does it exist? Not seeing anything down there. I'm just gonna leave it be. Fair enough. I've spotted this. Some more black indigonium. I wouldn't say no to it. I guess maybe this was just so I can get to that edge. I don't know, I'm not convinced. I've left it up to pot and I think it's just falling into this lip. That's fine. This interests me, that colour. This like the energy area. Now, I'll talk to what's her face in a second. Just shoot these guys first. Okay, that seems to have worked. Don't think there's any more plorts, but we've got more shadowy guys. They're good at jumping out of the way, aren't they, these guys? Can I get the last one before he disappears? No, I can't. I can pop a container open, apparently. Just use carrots. That's what I've brought them for. Yeah. So litter the ground with them, and then hopefully we can get these guys a little bit easier. Didn't seem to work as easily as I'd hoped, but we can tidy it all up easily now. There we are. Yeah, 34 shadow plorts. That's a good amount. We should be fine. And, hello. I'd missed you a lot earlier. Just hiding in that corner? Can I get any carrots on top of you? I mean, it kind of worked. Yeah, what do you have to say? Let me have a quick drink, and then we'll have a read. Hi, Beatrix. I'm calling this area the Terrarium. And Terrarium? Is this just a whole bunch of different little climates? Well, you know, a terrarium is a container that keeps plants outside their usual environment. First time I came through here, that's what it looked like to me. Just a biosphere. Oh, a really beautiful one, with unique food and slimes. And maybe that's true. It's possible this is just a way to represent the outside world here in the labyrinth, safely behind glass. But no longer sure. What do you think it is, then? That's the thing, Beatrix. No way of knowing. Not really, but I'm very sure the labyrinth as a whole is a facility that was intended to contain and stabilize Prismacore. So, logically, the terrarium here is for some Prismacore related reason. And if I think about what that could be, I wonder if it's a seed bank of some kind. Like, if things went really bad in the future, if Prismacore became too unstable and really truly breached, would this be a way to ensure that some of the flora would survive the ensuing calamity? So, I mean, terrarium is basically, well, an insurance policy. So if the worst happens, there could be a do-over. I mean, relatable. What part of it is relatable to you? I don't know, but no, I'll try and stop it before it gets to that. Things are in a bad state, but there's a lot to do. Sorry, there's a lot to see and love here. I hope you can take the time to enjoy it too. Yeah, okay. But this place was just like a terrarium. It looks definitely like they have little models of stuff at the very least. Huh. And yeah, it would make sense, like she said, that maybe it was just something for if everything goes wrong, there was backups essentially to try and fix things. So it's good to like have plans in place for things go wrong. I don't know if that's something they fully expected to happen or not. Oh, there's even more of you over there, is there? Honestly, I'm running out of space for all of your plorts, so I think we might be done with our shadow slimes for the moment. I can hear a drone. Are we above? Yes, there's a quantum drone up there. How do I... You know, there's definitely platforming you can do. I'm assuming I can get from here up to there, potentially? Let's see. I think this is vaguely where the drone went. No, it went down there, but I did find this. That Beatrix, fascinating area, right? It's almost like some kind of museum. That might be what glass cases say to us, but I believe they're here for another purpose. Actually, I'm convinced that they have something to do with the manipulation of time. I've observed the ones with plants for a while, and I've noticed that time is moving faster inside these cases than outside of them. I think that it must be some way of analysing the Prismacore's effects on the natural world. Perhaps they're a way to help predict what would happen in the event of a breach. And yeah, the tiny buildings as well? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe it is, or maybe it's manipulating space instead. Or even a third thing that's so alien to us that we'll never have the context to figure it out. There's so many mysteries in Rainbow Island, Beatrix, that I don't think we'll solve even half of them in our lifetimes. Sometimes, all you can do is look through the glass and wonder about what's happening on the other side. Yeah, do you feel that way often? Felt that way for a long time, honestly. You know, my whole life was planned out. I'd grow up and then take over a ranch, just like my mum took over from Grandma. One day, I'd pass the ranch down to a child of my own. It was all meant with such love. Beautiful home, our family legacy. To me, it was such a small world. In one of these domes here, pressing my hands against the glass and imagining the life I'd be living if I hadn't been born on a ranch. Came here to Rainbow Island to try to live that other life. But I'm trapped now again. Yeah, this time for real. Isn't it ironic? I'm behind glass, shut away like everything else in here. Yeah. I'll head out to help free you as soon as I can. I know we have to hurry, but take some time to enjoy what's in front of you too. The world ending thing kind of normal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'd planned for this to be a world ending thing, however. There's more so what I'm confused about. Because from what I understand, they kind of wanted to research this thing because it crashed down from in outer space or something. But I don't actually know if that's correct. Because would this have been people researching it who had planned? Or if it crashed here, why would they have all of the wildlife from the place it crashed? Right? Because they wouldn't have, ahead of time, known they were going to crash here. Right? I don't know. The Lake Pyramidal is dangerous. Oh yeah, look, they definitely know that. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I've got Hunter Slime. Somewhere there will be a Hunter Slime. Fair enough. And... what's this? That's just... one of the Twin Slime portals. Do you have any Hunters in the area? I don't think we do. I've got an unstable plort, but I'll be honest, don't know if I really need it. It's also a lucky cap. slime, who I am just going to ignore. Simply because I don't think we need to really get more money. We've got quite a lot sitting around, and once I get back to the ranch, we'll have even more. So, if I activate this... Ah! I was wondering how we got the light source up to here. That's not where I wanted it. I want to get it to there. Which means we need this to be even higher. Or to pass a laser through this one. Potentially. But I need to get to the other side to do that. Pushed one button, is there another one? Or do I just need to come back with a hunter plort? Might just need to come back with a hunter plort. That could make sense. I'm looking for a hunter plort. Do we have any chickens I could take with me? I'm not looking for many. I just need a singular chicken. I'm not seeing any though, sadly. Alright. They'll be back. They'll be back. Because we do have another area to get to through there, which I wouldn't know how to get to the other side. And... a turbo tater. You're new. I can presumably find you around somewhere else. It's an interesting thing to have found. I'd imagine those are going to be preferred food of the... was it a hyper slime? I'm needing a plort from at some point. So it makes sense, turbo tater for a hyper slime. That does add up. Still just looking for singular chicken. I'm not seeing any as I fly around. Also, I don't need to go up. I can just fly down here. Yeah, launched mildly. That's fine. Just continue walking. Still looking for a chicken. There ought to be one somewhere, right? Also, does this lead back? Because when I pushed that button, it did clear up some clouds. Yes, 'cause it used to just be that this led down slightly to, like, here. That's now a linking passage. Okay. That's very interesting. In which case, I mean, we found the chicken I want. But we could just come back with what we need, so I'm just going to launch that chicken. I'm sure he's fine. You know. We can open this. This is expensive. I hope it's worth it. There we go. It gets me a dash pad. Not entirely useful, but cool. There's a hydro turret. I'll not lie. Aside from this, I'm not entirely convinced that it was worthwhile opening this area. Is the hydro turret really doing its job? It doesn't seem the best at it. Ah. I think for with my slumber plorts, I am going to go back to the ranch. I don't entirely know what I want to mix with the slumber. For now, it's just going to be quantum, like, twin slime guy. We have more messages. That's all well and good. I should send this back into here. But they're not black, they're kind of oily, I think, is what it's meant to be. It's a combination of too many colours. Yeah, you've escaped. Get back in there. If I just feed them, so they have some food in there. I need to make sure my guys are somewhat fed. I have kind of neglected them this whole stream. So I do feel slightly bad about that. These guys are the only ones who can really jump high enough to get out though. So the other ones I don't really need to worry about as much. As mean as it might sound. I don't have to feed them. Probably stick this in the markets. There we go. Grab all of these. If I stick the heartbeats into here, we have a handful just to munch on already. Pomegranates. A few of them are just munching on immediately, and the rest goes into there. If I head through this way, I'm going to start making a mixed breed, which should be fine. I believe I was growing the chicken. Yeah, we should have some candy hens on the way. We don't have enough yet for it to be sustainable. So just feed these guys a little. You willing to eat these? We're willing to try. He almost did it. He's now just teleporting. There we go. Grab all of this. I could just sell this. I don't need the money, so I think it's going to go into the lab instead. Can I, like, grab a second tank of them? No. No, I can't. I'd possibly want to start growing the potatoes. So I'll stick those down here. Nutrient soil, sprinkler because I can afford it. And then just chuck a potato in. There we are. Yeah, now that I've come back, we were wanting bat, boon, angler, and hunter, I think, right? I can do all of that. That is completely doable. Do need to make sure I look after all my other stuff as well, however. Let's quickly give these guys some more carrots. There we are. And boom. I should be able to get all of it easily enough. I don't think it's going to be much finish. Let's make sure these guys are fed. Shove all of this in. Plenty of food for them. I should empty this out partly. I should really get another tool. That is what I should do. Ideally, I'd want 2 drones per area. And then to manage the auto-feeding of all of these slimes as well. But that's still a lot of effort. I can't bother doing that, so, oh well. This guy, you're a little bit lonely after I accidentally fed you a plort from someone else before. Meaning all of your friends turned into tars and started eating each other live. It's probably quite traumatic, but oh well. Just have some more chickens. You'll be fine. You enjoy chickens. Grab a boon plort. See, it was boon, bat, hunter, angler. Right? Just the 4? I think that's all I need. Just gonna shove all of these into here. So we don't need the money. I might as well put it into the silo for now. Not the silo, sorry. Silo is storage. This is the refinery. Shove all of those in. We wanted, I believe, the 2 from this enclosure over here. Should be good. There's 1. There's another 1. And then Angler, I believe, was in here, right? I think the bat one was by where I'd kind of cheated, as you called it. I'd like to call it interpretive platforming. Yeah, where I cheated and climbed on the coral. That was a bat one, I'm pretty sure. Interpretive platforming. Could you imagine? I've got a whole bunch of hens. Grab all of these guys. The elderly, get into here. I'm sorry. That's a bit mean, but... I mean, I don't know what else to do. We're incinerating the elderly. Because we don't need them. You know? We also need all this many roosters, and we need to feed these things. So, poor chickens. Poor chicken. Feed these guys partly, and then this can handle the rest. We did an angler. There we go. I think aside from that, anything else I'm looking to do? I'd quite like to maybe have like some jump pads or something. I don't know if it's strictly necessary. Can I get a portal anytime soon? No, we need hyperplorts. We've not found them yet. That's fine. An argument could be made. There's no point being stingy about it. I can carry more. I'm going to carry 6 of each type. Just in case I find more inside and I need to get more plorts. Like, there's no harm in just carrying extra. It's not as if I've not got a lot of everything. Should have some extra boom stuff over here somewhere. There we go. And just for good measure, I will take some rock plates. Why not? But yeah, I think if we've got all of this, what I could do is have a portal here, which would take me to the start of this area, to here. I think it's quicker running around to this, so I'm gonna do that. I think that is the move. Because yeah, I want to open the door from the other side. Simply because I don't have it open. I want to have it open. And therefore I will open it. It's not even too complicated. It's also probably quicker doing this than going through the other way. Because the other way would take quite a roundabout route, wouldn't it? I played an object game. I hope you have fun. Hope you have fun. It's been nice chatting, Shy. I hope you have a nice time. I'll see you about. Okay, immediately. I don't think there's anything else I needed from this area other than honey. I don't think you get honey in this part. I think you only get wax, right? I'm not certain. I'm not certain. But I think there's only wax through here. Yeah, because it's more wax over there. All the ones I've seen so far have been wax. I'm going to assume, therefore, I was right, and not bother looking any further, because I don't have any inventory space anyway. Not seeing in any of the trees that we had any. Let's just jump down here. Was it up here I wanted? Yes. Yes, it was. Where I would like it to go over there. And then into there. There we are. It's giving me a bit more map for this little area. There is still this, which confuses me. Because the rest have been pretty good at getting explored. Then there's just this area. Anyway, I would like to probably... I've got a bad idea. I've got a bad idea. So there's that platform I saw, which was very risky to get to. Do I do that? Maybe? Can I just hit you with a plort? Maybe. I'm not gonna risk it. I've only got a limited number of plorts, so I think I can't reasonably get a lot of these back all too easily. Just head through. I'll see if I can remember where the kind of placements were for things. I can't say I fully remember what was in this area. Yeah, because there's a locked door there, there, and there. I know I went this way previously, so I'm just going to retrace my steps. This is Angler. Boom. There we go. That has opened up the central area. There was a door up there. I'm not immediately seeing anything else around. There's a button. Is this all it is? A button? Yeah, okay, so that opens that. Does this really help me at all? Not really. Still don't know how you open that one. There's not anything hidden in this room, was there? If there was, it wouldn't be hidden too far out of sight. I'm seeing there's a way up there. Because there are shadow slime living inside. There's a button inside. Doesn't look like I can get to that from here, can I? Maybe. No, it's a little too high up. I want to use that geyser. Because I want to make it to that ledge. There we go. Whole bunch of shadow slime. It's all well and good. Just keep my distance so I don't get scared off. I can shoot plorts at them, so I'm going to try doing that. This is a fairly contained area. I don't expect myself to need any more boom plorts. Should be relatively safe to activate these guys using them. Is, however, now done with. We're finished. So having pressed the button, it's not really done a lot for me. It opened this. That's all. Does it open this central area? I don't remember this being a thing. What's up here? More shadow slimes. We've also got, yeah, nests for chickens along the pipes there. And that... Okay, that was how you were meant to get to this. And then how you were meant to progress forward. In which case, what was behind that door down here? The bat door. Where was it? It wasn't that side. It was down here. What's this one got for me? It has more shadowy slimes. Let's try and get them quickly. That's a hole you can climb through. Okay, I recognise that area. I hadn't thought that was a pipe you could climb through. Got more batty ones inside of here. A ton of floor. Like, frankly, too many of them. Rock. I had a hunch I might need some more, because I've used some in the past. That opens that door. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Not really. Just seems to be kind of a shortcut, I guess. Oh, fair enough. I'm tempted to pick up a lot of these unstable plorts. So I think I might. So there's a ton of them around here. That's a chicken. You're not a plort. You are. You are. You are. Another plort there. They kind of fly out of your bag as you jump around with them. So they're a bit of a pain to carry. Can I find somewhere to clear them is all? Yeah, because they start to burst over time. Over there. You know, just grab the processed ones. I missed a few, but it's all good. It's all good. If I was more patient, I maybe could have got more, but at the same time, it was risky to wait. Because they do just kind of launch themselves out of your bag. Make my way along the pipes. And this is the fastest way I have, I believe, to get into here. There we go. With this, I believe we've explored and unlocked everything in this area. Except from that little cache. We didn't exactly do that. But the rest of it I have. Got another quantumed area. Or whatever you'd call it. Unstable, maybe? Prismad? I don't know. Something of that nature. All I need now is to go up here. I actually don't have to go up there, do I? I think it's quicker going down this way. Quite potentially it is, anyway. Still got a platform I want to explore. I'm gonna mark on my map. It's like down there or something. I'll go to it eventually. I know that I will. It's simply a case of I have the hunter plort, I can do the stuff up there for now. And if I can get hyper slimes, then I'm hoping I then have pretty much all the slimes. It's also occurred to me this geyser here. How high does this take me? So I wouldn't think it's particularly high. Yeah, it's probably just to get back over that way. So that's fine. From here, fly to this. I think it was just the hunter one that I had to bring with me. I might need these other ones. I'm hoping I don't need a rock one because I've kind of thrown all of those away. I just run on through. Move on to the right. Pull you into there. And get a tunnel. Where there's bat slimes. If there's batty slimes, it means I could get rid of my bat plorts. I've also got a hole there I can go through. As well as, interestingly enough, Moondew nectar. It's only used by the flutter ones, and there's none of them in this area immediately. There is Sunsap, which I'll pull off the tree. I don't think we need it, but I'm going to pull it off because it means I can grab it on the way back if I do. I mean, bat plorts currently are the least valuable. So I'm going to try and get a whole bunch of them up there. Hopefully some of them will hit the shadow slimes. Got us a few. That's fine. Because yeah, I saw this door that I do want to unlock. You had enough anyway, so that was all good. Talk to you probably before I go in. Oh no, there's gold here. Soon the terrarium is starting to be affected. At least it probably still is a useful shortcut. Yeah, the gold's a problem. Whenever close to Prismatic Ore can be affected by its reality-altering properties. Materials changing from one to another, switching from solid to liquid or gas, flickering entirely out of existence. Beside Labyrinth, it seemingly harmless changes, but here it's more dangerous. Imagine if a section of the floor you're standing on vanished under you, or if only door out became a wall of solid rock. And the gold. It seems the most potent of the transmutations. It's probably the fate of this world if left unchecked. All feels like King Midas from my storybooks. King Midas? Yeah, I know this. King who wanted things you want to touch just go to gold, and then it kind of goes wrong, so he can't eat or drink, and he turns his own daughter to gold at one point. When I first discovered the Prismatic Ore, I was horrified at seeing the whole ecosystem turning to gold. I called for help. As it arrived, saw only the value of that gold. Ended in disaster when I tried to harness its full power. I won't let it happen again. We can't. Yeah, I'll make use of a shortcut then. Right, I remember there being one there. Well, my memory isn't that reliable these days. Shortcuts are funny things. Space and time are both full of shortcuts when you think about it. I mean, I use my memories of that area and quantum tech to set up these projectors. It's a kind of time-based shortcut. Physical shortcuts are maybe more recognisable, knowing there are quick ways back to places you've been before. Make all the difference, right? And completely change what you'd otherwise do. I know it has for me. Well, I suppose we often find ourselves in the same place in the end, one way or another. Yeah, talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. I understand she's been alone, but she does tend to ramble a bit, doesn't she? Well, that's continuing to go down. Well, let's join it. Or just lead. leads to here. I'd wondered how we opened the other side of this. I'm glad I've brought a boom floor. We should also probably try and get some points from these fellas. Go! Little top up of shadow plorts, and we now have a very useful shortcut back to there. That is incredibly useful, especially if there's like magma cone right there. Because we do need some of that if we want to make another two-way portal, which I do want to do. I very much do want to do that. So this is an incredibly useful shortcut. That's great. I hadn't thought it would link all the way back to there. But yeah, we continue on. Do we get a map at some point? I hope so. Got more turbo taters. They're pretty regular, that's fine. Hyper slimes, I've spotted them. That'd be you right there, right? Yes. Yes, it would be. Responsibly dump the angler plorts. Gonna shoot them all the way over there. No one lives in that direction. Hyper slams. We don't need many. I'm gonna grab some. Try and save most of these guys if I can. Cool. I saved you, therefore you get to get sucked into my big old hoover. That's how it works, right? That's the map. We need to get to you. But we're looking out for some buttons as well, such as that one. Which would let me into this area, hopefully. Let's press U. Let's open that door. It let me into where I wanted, so that's fine. Got another button here, which, interestingly, is transmitting this electrical signal through a root system. There's another button, assuming opens this door. Might as well jump in and push you, and I believe that is all of those unlocked. Looks to be. Gives me a way up to there, which... I mean, we could continue on. I don't think that solves the light problem from earlier, though. I kind of want to solve that. I've not even seen what I'd need to do to get the lights to transmit through, but I have seen this. What do you open? You open that. Okay. And I'm spotting there's something slightly hidden here. Do you want much? Probably more than I have, yeah. Oh well. You can get more. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, this doesn't seem good for the local populace. I don't think they're gonna survive being turned into tars. I feel, yeah, the ecosystem is probably not best balanced, is it? There, guys. Still want to get up there. So we're hanging about until I can get map. And I'm slightly curious about the snowiness up there. So things are being turned into ice, then that's also temperature and various thermal properties to this, right? That would be bad. Assumedly. Anyway, it would be bad. keep making my way up where we can find some... Yeah, Moondew Nectar, but it looked a bit sickly. Apparently I'd reached its expiration date. Continuing up? I can't continue up. I want to get to this ledge I can see up there. How would I do that? Is it possible to get up there? Hopefully. Grab another couple of hyper slimes, so I don't have anything to mix them with yet. I may as well have extras. And then from here... I guess I can make to those trees, maybe onto there, onto that ledge. I'm not entirely sure this is a good idea. No, 'cause I can't stand on that segment there. Can I stand over there? If that's doable, then I'm in the running for something. Nope, that is out of bounds, apparently. I'm about to stand here. I'm assuming I can't get up there. In that case, this feels like I'm not meant to be in this area. Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm not meant to be doing that. And continue on down here. Make my way around. And into the... whatever this is, climate. It's a big frozen cave of... horror. Not what I'd expected. Hyper crystals, reasonable enough. Seeing... yeah, there's a couple of doors to exit. Is there anything up above? I don't think it wants me up there, but I do see there's that there, so it's clearly intended for me to do at least small amount of platforming. Okay, before I go through that way, what have we got here? Is it just a tree? Looks to just be a tree. What have I got through this way? Ah, it's an angler one. I threw away some angler ports earlier. Can I go back for them? Hopefully. What's on top of this? It's just something round. It doesn't have a button. That's fine. They wouldn't have timed out, would they? They've not, no. Thank goodness. Just grab some. Looks like a tar might have gotten through here. Thankfully, the plorts are okay, however. We are safe. Make it up. Taking small amounts of damage, but I'm surviving. It's all good so long as I survive. There we are. Then here, what have we got? More anglers, more water lettuce. We have you. We have another light-related thing. Okay. Beatrix. Look at the window. There's so much more out here than I realised. You've not been here before? I haven't. I don't remember seeing anything out of those windows. I saw it for the first time just now when you activated the projector. You know, back then, I really thought I'd walk through the whole facility. It's pretty sure I had this whole place mapped out. But at times like now, I catch glimpses of what feels like an infinite expanse out there. Labyrinth as far as I can see. Is it here the whole time and I just missed it? Maybe it wasn't though. It might be made using quantum architecture. That means it could be here in a moment and then gone in the flash. Or even both here and not here at the same time. I mean, because some quantum tech, often enough, myself, I'd be foolish to overlook the possibility. Yeah, you've been using quantum tech, you mean the drones? Oh, a few ways. You're interacting with one right now. Projectors themselves aren't quantum in nature, but how I placed them was. Been locking all sorts of gates to get here, right? Well, it's not that I've gone through, placed things, and then locked up again behind myself. Back when I first came here, it was all open and unlocked. So I wandered all over the place. I've used quantum technology to place projectors in places I remember having seen. Though, my memory isn't as reliable as it used to be, so some of it may have gotten lost in transit. I guess I'll find out if and when you activate them. Yeah, I'll keep looking for the rest in that case. Better make like a tree and leave then. See, Beatrix. Yeah, that is a pretty sizable expanse out the window. She's not wrong. Also seems to be a lot more open with the ground. Like, a lot of this feels quite contained in this area. More importantly, though, is this is what I sent the light through earlier when I pressed the button. So I could theoretically... You're willing to move, Slime? Give him a kick. And then there we go. That has opened the gate down there. There's still another thing I wanted to light, but presumably I'll need to probably get my way up to him in order to do more. Get more map, though. Okay, well, there is stuff outside. I'm assuming until I properly feed up that guy, I'm not unlocking anything more new, I don't think. I mean, there's down here where it's collapsed. Can get some more shadow quartz, but I don't think I need them. So I'm just going to smash that for the money. Honestly, I don't need money, I should maybe left that. But, ah well, it's fine. Then heading through all of this. I mean, I can honestly get back here quite easily. I need to open that. I don't know where that one comes from. No, I do. I do. This is a connecting passage, isn't it? Yeah. Because it's a passage, it's not a single door. I need to open it from the other side as well. It's a little annoying. This means I need to feed the guy up there. I need to feed him probably quite a lot. He likes vegetables, I believe. Why am I running up to check and checking here? I have missed someone somewhere. Only the one slime though. I don't know who it is or where it is. Yeah, Turbo-taters. I've assumed correctly is what these guys want. I should be fine to just grow a whole bunch of them on the farm. That ought to be all good. In that case... I mean, mildly help out these guys. Is this like a portal or is that just unstable wall? Just on an unstable wall. Got it. Grab some more water, because there will be more tar. This place has not been well maintained. I want to go investigate the platform, is what I want. There was a platform I saw in the distance before that I didn't think I'd be able to get back from. So I'm gonna see if I can get to it. What it means for the moment is that goes back forward. Does that just go to dead end? Yeah. And that leads out to somewhere I've been. Okay, cool. Just getting my bearings. Yeah, if that's potentially got something new, I don't know what it would have. I don't want to lose the turbo hyper slime gas. I think I might just end up losing it though, is what's gonna happen. So I might just fall off to my death if I can't get back. I can get more of these hyper guys without too much of an issue. But what interests me most is I've still not seen where that teleporter would have led. Unless it would have led to one of those things. One of these discs. I don't know. I am going to go explore that, but I think it's going to happen next time. So I'm getting towards where I need to stop. I'm going to head back this direction. We can chuck all our plorts away. That should be fine. I'm going to take Hyper Slimes with me just because I can carry them. So I might as well, because I can't really stick them through a refinery link, can I? Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But there we go. And then yeah, we wanted to head in this direction. Because otherwise I will completely forget that I had intended to do so. Not on purpose, mind you, I'm just forgetting. Especially if I'm like not doing this too often. It's currently like been a week since I last streamed. There's a good chance I am forgetting stuff. Yeah, there are chickens, yes. We're back in the ranch, folks. It's good to see you all. I'm assuming you're a fan of the game. That's a fun one. I like that. I'm gonna fall to my death. That's not death yet. That's fine though, it's fine. Can I salvage this? Not by jumping into here. Can I climb along? No, that doesn't exist, that geometry. Never mind. That's a shame I've lost the hyper guys, but I can get them back. It's not too bad. So, plan is, how many potatoes do I have? How many have I cultivated? Presumably quite a few, right? Let's see. You know, it's not as many as I thought would be. It is a decent amount. And it seems I can pick some extras out of the ground. So that does work. If that is... yeah, I think as much as I would need. I can get back to that hyper guy. I'll do that. I could then... yeah, once I've done that, because I'm not bringing any plorts with me, that should be pretty much fine, right? I can just jump into that potential pit that I spotted earlier. There's a platform really out of the way. I don't know why it was there. Not found anything that led to it. Mind I don't fall into the holes. Be nice if we could build a bridge in this. Like there's like, you deposit so many plorts or something and you got a bridge. That'd be useful. That really would be. Sadly, not a thing. Okay, if I do the Hyper Gordo, I can... I'll be honest, I don't know how it benefits me, but I can get a shortcut activated. That's a good point. How does it benefit? Does it benefit me? I would assume it does. Yeah, 'cause I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, it's all well and good feeding the Gordo, but assuming it just creates the light, and that light opens up the shortcut back to where I've been, it's not as if I can progress further from this side. And it's not as if there was anything unique in the area through here. So aside from, like, completion's sake, I don't know if this benefits me. I'm gonna feed him anyway, because, I mean, yeah, for completion's sake, we might as well. But I can't help but feel I might be missing something in this area then. Because there should be more. Can I feed you from here? Yes, I can. Good stuff. Feed you a bit. Can now feed you some more. You did not take much. Grab some of you. Activate this. Which, yes, gets me the light that I wanted. Does that just open the door? I hope so. I mean, that... I mean, I will take some sunset. Might as well take this, so I'll be passing by the refinery. That's got the light going through. But it hasn't actually unlocked anything for me. So I still need to do more puzzling, it would seem. I really feel like I've missed something. Is there just not anything more in this little area? Not that I can see. Ah, well, that's fine. Head round again. Now we need to get to the entrance area. Jump on down. And then from here, it should be fairly simple, I'd hope, to solve the puzzle. Also more sunset. This is like a reliable spot for it to continue appearing. That is very nice. Like, incredibly nice. Yeah, I, from here, want... yeah, to make my way up. Seems I just need to place something up there. And that's all. In which case, best way to get up to here is likely through this, right? From here, just jump up. Could probably place it, right? Doesn't let me unless I'm a bit closer. I've got my energy back anyway, so I'm going to stop trying that. There we are. And just to confirm, this hasn't done anything but let me get through to where I... yeah, I got the Gordo. Why would I want a shortcut to here? I'm very confused at that. So that's like... that's an elaborate shortcut where you had to solve a puzzle there to then get a light to shine through this way and then activate this door. You then had to get a Gordo to then shine a light through and open up this door. how does it benefit us? I don't know. I am greatly confused, but oh well. Why not? Why not? Should be fine to just jump down. Right. Wasn't anything through there. Jump down this then. Be a little careful. It's a quantum throw. Cool. I'll completely forget about him next time, but he's a lot more recognisable than one of these little statues that wants to put a plort in. So I'll hopefully hear him. I'll hopefully hear him next time, and I won't forget. Right. Should put the Sunsat into here because it's relatively rare, along with this stuff, just because I have it. I want to get on top of this. Best way to do that is probably by doing that. Nope, you're not wanting me to be up there. Fair enough. Climb over here then. Yeah, from up here. This place is apparently being, yeah, subjected to the weird unstable chroma-ness. It's not ideal, but we should still be able to safely make my way up. I hope. I think. There we are. Probably don't run, because I will need my jetpack in a second to get up to this. Go. Then it wasn't here, it was the next thing along, I believe. Let's go for the next door, which was probably best way to get to it. Go left, climb up those steps. Got my energy back so we can run for a little while. Jump over here. Then, yeah, that. What is it? Would it be that I'm looking at? That doesn't feel correct. What is it? How do I get it? Is this the best place to jump from? I think so. Is this a bad idea? I also think so. Let's have a go. Only just, but I did make it. Where am I? I can't entirely say I'm sure, but I recognise that area. Okay, I know where I am now. I did a silly path. Yeah, no, this is what that geyser is meant for. I thought this was kind of out of place. And for like if you just fell down, but no, there was a hole in the wall. That makes sense. That does add up. Okay, fair enough. In which case, let's get these hyper slimes back. I think that'll be us. This game's fun. I do think I'm getting towards the end. I'm not entirely sure where the end is. Like, is the end I need to get something built after getting to the core? Or is it just get to the core and, like, that's it? I just win. I would imagine it's not that easy. But we can see. We can see. For now, I have plenty of money. You guys need some more food, and you will make a fuss if I don't give you that food. There we go. Heartbeats, I think, is well sorted as well. Same with pomegranates. There we are. I think, honestly, it might be intended that I have, rather than the Largos, just one of each slime. Theoretically, it would make sense. Because there's so many plots, I don't see why you'd be intended to do it any other way. At the same time, it seems a bit silly doing that. So I'm not going to. I'm going to keep my Largos. Keep it, like, normal and actually making sense. Like these guys, we can have a whole bunch of it, so they're quite small. And we can feed you a whole bunch of potatoes I've got spare. Plug the rest into the auto feeder, which should be there. There we go. Grab our hyperplorts. Grab some extra potatoes. You know what? There's not many potatoes. I'm just gonna shove some extra in there. I'll say it's good enough. We need to have to collect these. We'll use a lot for feeding purposes, but we'll need a bunch of them for the Gordo as well, because he had a teleporter he was protecting. But yeah, I think for now, that is all. I am having a very interesting time with this today. I would assume next time might be the end. I don't know. Depends how much you want me to actually do. But I think, yeah, we're definitely getting there. It's like another stream, maybe two, and then finish. I'm very much enjoying it still. I'm very curious who that last slime would be. For now though, that is all. I hope everyone's enjoyed. I've certainly enjoyed myself. I will see you about. Bye for now.